My name is Kirsten Tibballs and I'm here at the Miele Experience Centre to share with you some of my favourite recipes. Now this recipe is an absolute beauty. It's a coffee praline hazelnut mousse cake. Firstly, we're going to start with a coffee and hazelnut dacquoise. So I'm going to put the egg whites in the mixer. Once it comes to a medium to firm peak, I'm going to gradually add in some caster sugar. I'm going to transfer the beautiful meringue. Look how creamy that is. And then I'm going to fold through some dry ingredients. So with your Miele baking tray, we're going to spread the dacquoise out in a nice even layer, and then we'll be ready to place it into the oven. We're going to remove the rings and take them out and set them aside so we're ready when we create our mousse cake. The next step is a chocolate coffee cream. Now this must be frozen before you start the mousse. Now I'm going to boil some cream to infuse some coffee beans. I'm going to turn the induction cooktop on and I'm going to use induction setting 8. As soon as that comes to a boil, I'm going to turn off the heat and add in the coffee beans and infuse the coffee beans for 5 minutes. Next step, we're going to add the espresso and we're going to strain this over our egg yolks and sugar mixture. We're going to place this back onto the heat. Got a milk chocolate and a dark chocolate. I'm going to place these into a larger bowl and I'm going to strain the custard over them. That will stop the custard cooking. It's also going to melt the chocolate. I'm going to pipe the mixture into our mold. So you need to place this in the freezer for a minimum of 6 hours. Next is the also delicious sugar-coated almonds. These are so simple to make and I recommend you make a few more because you will snack on them. Really simple. We're going to take some caster sugar and place it in a saucepan. I'm going to heat that on the induction cooktop just until the sugar's dissolved. All the sugar is dissolved. I'm going to place some slivered almonds into a bowl, pour the syrup over and thoroughly mix that through. Just to give a little bit of extra crunch, we're going to place some icing sugar on top. So we're going to place that in the oven at 170 degrees Celsius for 10 to 12 minutes on shelf position 2. Praline mousse time. We added the sugar syrup to the egg yolks to create a pate bomb. Now this is what we call a praline paste. This is 50% caramel and 50% hazelnut. We're going to add that in directly on top of the white chocolate. We're going to add a small amount of cream into our chocolate and praline mixture. We now scrape this into our pate bomb and gently fold the two together. We're going to put some of the mousse in here. We're going to spoon it up the sides, which helps to avoid air bubbles. And then we're going to insert our frozen chocolate cream. Now we're going to cover this with additional mousse, but leaving enough space for our dacquoise base. One of the most common questions I get asked is how to create a super shiny glaze. We're going to use gelatin sheets and put them in a bowl of cold water. The next step, we're going to place water, sugar and glucose into the saucepan. You can stir the mixture until it starts to boil. We've reached 103 degrees Celsius. Next, we add in condensed milk. So by using gelatin to set it instead of chocolate, we're going to get that beautiful shine that we're after. I'm going to place the chocolate into a bowl. You can whisk this, but my recommendation is to actually mix it with a stick blender. This is the part where I think most people find it most exciting. It's the garnishes. I have tempered some chocolate, very easy with the Miele microwave. What I have here is some vodka that I've had in the freezer. I'm going to make a paper piping bag and then we pipe into the alcohol. And these will give you beautiful three-dimensional decorations. The cake is certainly frozen. Unmold the side, then pop out the center, and then we place it onto the ring. Got the glaze now ready. Now you need to do this in one pour because it contains gelatin. It's going to set as soon as it hits the surface of the cake. We're going to intersperse some of our nuts that we caramelized earlier. We've got some candied orange pieces here. Now I guarantee this is sure to impress at your next function, party or dinner party. If you enjoyed that episode, you will love my channel. Subscribe today for even more tutorials on chocolate and baking. Best of all, it's free, so get on it.